Bryce.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Letting
Letting
everybody in the
everybody
room.
in.
Amazing. Here we go. Everybody
Hey,
jumping
everybody.
in. Great to see everybody coming
Wow.
in. Look at everybody jumping in. This is so cool.
What's
I
up,
love seeing these
Mika?
cameras coming in.
How you doing?
Everybody jumping in right now. Super cool. Hey, everyone.
Stacy,
Thanks
how
so
are
much
you?
for coming in. Great to see you. Stacy's in the house. Mika's here as well.
Stacy,
Patrick
Stacy,
Ormond.
how many deals have you closed, Stacy? Come on. It's got to be at least 50 by now.
At least
Last
Stacy is
week.
the rock star.
Yes,
She's smashing it.
exactly.
Robert, great to have you on board, Robert. Oh, welcome, one of our new enterprise customers. So
Yay,
awesome to
Robert's
have
in
you
the
on board there.
house.
Robert, so cool. Warren, great to see you guys. Hey, everyone, thank you so much. Jump in and say hi to our special guest. I was just fangirling a few moments ago before we clicked on live. Our special guest this morning, somebody's literally dominating in the GHL space at the moment. Everybody's talking about him and his business and his stuff. And for very, very, very good reason. We are seeing incredible things happening. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking to you about our level of excitement. It's just like rocketed up for the last 3 years. So this is my summary, right? This is my 2-minute summary. In the last couple of years, we've been talking about the fact that selling leads, using leads as a door opener is the easiest thing ever. And in the last 8 weeks, we've gone, yeah, actually it's not, because leads are amazing. And it's a great way to open the door, but you're still giving people a flat pack from IKEA. They still have to put it together themselves. They still have to go and do the thing and contact the leads and do all that kind of stuff. But now, in the last 8 weeks, we've started to build together leads plus AI conversation centered around GHL is the slam dunk of the century. And we actually are showing business owners how they can have leads coming into their funnel, have AI conversation, communicate, qualify, book in, sell for them. And business owners are just, this is my deal. Just give me the thing, sign me up, get it done. And we are thrilled to bring our special guest on this morning. He is the most incredible mad scientist genius I've ever met, with all kinds of code going on. I swear code flies from his fingers when he's doing his videos. And he is the heart and soul behind CloseBot AI. And I just want to bring him on with a huge welcome. Mr. Bryce Decora, thank you so much for joining us, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm a fan as well, so
thank you,
I'm
man.
honored.
That's very cool. It's great to see you. I was just saying before we clicked on record here and let everybody in, to me, this is the 1-2 punch, right? It's like with CloseBot, the conversational ability, and I love the objectives, and I want to get into it with you. But with CloseBot, it's what an amazing system. With White Label Suite and the Leads program, what an amazing system. And together, both of them, it's like I can find the people and let AI do the talking. It's like, this seems to be just, black and white, rainbow colored. This is amazing, mate. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and the fact that we all integrate fully together, just makes it so easy.
Did you see, now I'm going to put you on the spot here, but did you see in our video, I'm not sure if I sent this over to you or not, but when our AI research piece gets business information and puts it into a custom field in GHL, so we can go, hey, I'm looking for this kind of business, and then let AI do the research, and AI puts like a summary of what that business does and who they are and all of that kind of stuff, and puts it into a custom field in GHL. If that person then has a conversation with CloseBot, CloseBot's AI obviously is reading that custom field and knows all about that business, even as the conversation's going on. How cool is that?
Right. It's amazing.
Super cool, man. Super cool. So, dude, I would love, I'm not sure if you want to go through a presentation with everyone, or if you just want to fire back and forth. But again, our whole premise here, guys, so for the 50 people we've got on the call here, our whole premise is you can generate leads for businesses, and you can charge them for that privilege. Then you can increase the value of those leads by letting AI do all of the conversation. And we are plugged in heavy to CloseBot to do that because it's just so incredible. So, Bryce, I'd love for you to walk us through, what you've got there and how CloseBot came to be. Guys, for anybody, CloseBot, you can go and you can pick it up right now. We'd love you to go through our affiliate link, of course, which means we're building our income as well. And as a thank you for doing so, we'll give you all of our knowledge base that we've plugged in for our lead sales and any other sales as well, so that you can train your CloseBot and AI system to be ready to go on day one, and give you all of our actual bot formats and frameworks and stuff as well. So whitelabelsuite.com/CloseBot is the link that you can go and pick this up on. But I'm going to hand over to Bryce and just, dude, I'm sitting here with a notepad. I'm thrilled to have you here.
Awesome. Yeah, please guys, make sure you use their affiliate link. They provide a ton of value to me, a ton of value to you guys. I would love if every single customer of ours came through an affiliate link. That would make me so happy. So please go do that. Let's get rolling. I'm going to start by just sharing my screen and I'm going to go through a demo. I think that's the best way to get a feeling for what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So one of these screens, both of these screens look awfully familiar for you guys. We have high level over here. We have CloseBot operating over here. And let's just start by sending a message into this demo bot that we have set up, Big Muscles Gym. This is for a gym. It's meant to qualify leads. We'll get into how it's set up in a little bit, but we'll just see how it works. Okay, so a couple things that set us apart. We have done a lot of work on the AI quality, meaning things like back-to-back messages coming in from a contact, the ability for the AI to respond in one message, the ability for the AI to break up larger messages that it's sending to sound more human-like, instead of sending a big paragraph, sometimes it'll break it up. Sometimes it'll allow typos, like we saw here on the first message. And that's all optional. You can go into your bot settings and say whether or not you want to allow that. So this bot is set up to, let's see, get their name first. Makes sense. Now, this is a web chat widget. I have no idea who this is. Let's say, I'm going to push back a little bit, just because this is something that makes CloseBot a little bit more unique too. We're set up with objectives, meaning the bot has things that it's focused on. It has an order that it's supposed to execute these, and it's able to stay focused on those. Really important, because we don't want people setting appointments if we don't know their name, if we don't know their email address or why they're looking to get started. That's a dead lead. We don't want them to be allowed to book. This is a lead qualification and booking tool, not just a booking tool. So I'm going to let it know my name here. Let me refresh this high-level screen so we can see this contact.
Hey, Bryce, something really cool happened a couple of days ago. We have your system set up on Prospect Falcon, and somebody came in there and goes, "Can you talk to me in Spanish?" And it literally started talking to them in Spanish. And I was like, "Dude, are you serious?"
Yeah. It does a really, I speak Italian. I've done testing in Italian, but it does really well with Latin-based languages, just because these models that this is based off of, Anthropic's models and OpenAI's models, trained on a bunch of Latin-based languages. It'll also do things like Indian, Russian, Chinese, just not quite as well, but gets the job done.
Amazing.
Okay, so a couple things we'll notice. It updated my name. I didn't give a last name, so it just kept the chat widget random name. And then it looks like it's looking at my goal, why I'm interested. Again, breaking it up into a couple different messages seems more human. I'm just really not happy with how I look lately, Here I gave it 2 back-to-back messages just to show that it can respond perfectly in one message. I know it sent 2 messages, but this is one message. It just chose to break them up.
I love so this is one of the, so guys, as Bryce is going through this, we tested a ton of different chat systems. And of course, one of them was GHL's native chat system itself. And what Bryce is going through here is like the difference between CloseBot and anything else we tried was the way that this bot is responding, dude. So, for example, when we tried the GHL, I'll give you guys the side-by-side example, right? When we gave the side-by-side system a test, and we send the same message to a GHL native chatbot, which we love. I mean, guys, we're huge GHL fans, as you know.
Huge, yeah.
And then we gave the same message to the CloseBot chat system side by side. In GHL, we asked it a question, something like, "Oh, I'm interested in your lead system," and the GHL chatbot came back, said, "Great, that's awesome. Let me know if you've got any questions." Whereas the CloseBot system came back and said, "Great, that's awesome. Have you actually experimented with how the company search works, and have you been able to put in your own leads?" And it led people through with intelligence and qualification. Like, the difference was incredible. So what you're showing here, mate, is the functionality. And again, I love your brain and the way that you're in the back end of this, but breaking up conversation and making it flow is something that, if you get it right, and you have with CloseBot, you're bringing people through and generating sales. If you get it wrong, you're putting barriers up. You're literally blocking people from engaging and making that happen. So, dude, what was your kind of thinking as you were building this out? Like, what was your go-to? You were saying, okay, I've got to build something here. Why did you create it the way that you have?
So rewind. I used to work at Boeing as a software developer there in their AI department, working on experimental tools. So I had plenty of experience with AI. Now on the side, because I disliked corporate so much, I was doing real estate, trying to get out of Boeing. And I was trying to meld the two. I was doing large scale SMS campaigns and trying to work AI into it. And AI back then, this was 5 to 8 years ago, way worse than it is
in the old
today.
days.
So it had to focus on one thing at a time. So I already had a system built out to really make the AI focus on one thing at a time. And I knew that that was a limitation of AI going forward. So when AI came out, for everyone else a couple of years ago, I took what I learned then and applied the new tools, and it worked amazingly. So amazingly that I told Laura, my wife, we can't do real estate anymore. We have the key, because I've been trying to pick this lock, and I finally have the tools to do it. And I know how. No one else has realized this. Now, I mean, high level, a whole bunch of other people are trying to do objectives because they've come to realize that this is the way with AI to do a more guided approach. But we've just been doing it so long now.
So
I want to show you this field update.
Yes. I'm gonna so guys, I keep forgetting, and Bryce, thank you so much for reminding me. I keep forgetting that I've been in CloseBot and GHL and Fields like nonstop for the last 4 weeks, just without any looking up from the screen. I know all this stuff, but thank you for the reminder. The integration into your GHL is incredible. So you're just about to show via conversation, fields are updating as requests are being made. Jump in, man, and show me that, because I'll show you in just a second how we've got our set up to sell our lead system, which is what we want you guys to do and what we want you to be able to sell out to the marketplace. So yeah, man, show us how you got that going on.
With this example, I have an objective set up to determine why the person wants to join the gym, and I have it linked to a custom field, reason for wanting to join a gym. It's able then to read the title of that field, read the options, and then when it feels like it's gotten an answer to that, not only will it accept it and move on, but it's also going to update this field with relevant information. So I said, I'm just really not happy with how I look lately. Weight loss motivation is what it picked out of the options here.
So there's a couple of things there that I just want to point out to you. And sorry, man, I know I'm breaking your flow, but
You're
there's
good.
a couple of things
I love it.
There's a couple of things I want to point out there. There's something that you said that I want everybody to just like red flashing light here. It reads the title of the field and it interprets the customer's response and updates with relevant information. Let me tell you, as a programmer and as somebody that you can go out and sell this, guys, because you can white label CloseBot, which is why we're so excited about it, how incredible that is. Because you don't have to sit there and program it to say, when they say this, put this information in this field and do it in this specific way. It reads the title of the field and puts the information in with an interpretive understanding of what's being said. How incredible. So now let's go. You take that out to a realtor. And all the realtor does is, the realtor has a field that says current income level. And the bot says, so, what kind of range of income are you on at the moment? And the customer responds, and it interpretively fills out that field. Guys, the power of being able to understand what is being requested inside of GHL via, I need this information, here are my fields. And then a customer just conversing and having the AI fill those fields in is so freaking massive. And then, of course, you can trigger automations based on what goes into those fields.
Yeah,
it
that's where the
starts
power
to go,
happens, right?
That's where it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to show a view of what this looks like from the CloseBot end real quick.
Mm.
And Max is doing testing in this account, so we may see some other messages coming in.
Conversations going on.
Yep. Let me go get the contact ID and we'll just look at messages with this contact. So I see little green check marks anytime it completed an objective and updated fields. That just kind of gives us a little visual on, hey, something good happened there. We got something. Something else that sets us apart is that we are totally open with all the prompting we do on the back end. So you can click any message and you can see all of the AI prompts that are executed to generate a single response. GPT-4o, is it 01? Mm-hmm. Just came out, Strawberry.
Yep.
And that's the first one to really do a bunch of reasoning. Well, we've been doing reasoning for years. We do a whole bunch of micro stages. We do a bunch of them simultaneously, so it doesn't hinder the response speed. You'll notice these are still really quick responses, even though we're executing sometimes up to 12 different API calls at once to generate a single response. So it's really, really magnificent. Let's see. Email. Let's go ahead and do this. Going to drop it back in there, give it the email. And while we're doing that, let's go over and I'll show you how this bot is built so you can see how simple that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it looks like it's trying to book me in.
Now, again, guys, think about this for your clients. So we want you guys to sell this out to the world. Think about this for your clients. What Bryce just like casually threw out there. Oh, it looks like it's trying to book me in. Right? Oh my God. Now I've got a business coach who's using the system and is running leads, and I've got somebody, and my AI system is trying to book me in a client appointment with a qualified lead while I'm doing my thing. This, Bryce, when Johan and I talk about this stuff, and we kind of had just like an open jam session last week, and we were talking to a colleague yesterday. We were saying this was what blew me away. How often you train a staff member, and they're really great at their job. And let's put it out into the what we call real world, right? The non-GHL, non-digital space. I'm a business coach. I've got a receptionist and 3 staff members, and we do courses, whatever. Like, okay, cool. And I've got one of my my SDRs, my BDMs, my AEs, people out there building, client base for me. And they've been with me for 6 months and they're really hitting their targets. And Monday they walk in and say, I'm leaving you. I've been offered somebody better and I'm off. And you go, no.
I know.
Johan and I were talking yesterday, and I posted this on LinkedIn yesterday as well, which got a huge response. You train somebody, and this is what happens. They go really hot for the first 2 months, and then they go cold because I don't know what happens. Motivation just goes or whatever. Or they go really hot for 6 months and somebody else headhunts them. Or they call in sick, or they go unreachable, or you've got to pay holiday pay, or you've got to pay dental, or you've got to pay medical, or they just leave, or their grandmother dies. And all of that is human nature, and it's absolutely fine. But the amazing thing is that AI never has a day off, never sleeps, can speak in multiple languages, will never leave you as long as you keep paying your bill. It's always there. It can handle 100 times the volume of conversation that your best receptionist ever could. It's the most incredible investment for businesses. And this is why, guys, when this whole month is about you being able to take a $10,000 system out to the marketplace, put it in front of a realtor, an accountant, a chiropractor, a landscape gardener, and go, look at this. Conversation, communication, knows your business, understands your requirements, booking you in, qualifying your leads, will never leave, doesn't need medical, doesn't take holidays, and works 24/7, speaks every language on the planet. When do you want to get started? The great thing is here, what we're building is a staff member stack that allows businesses to expand without expense, and you're their best friend. You're literally just picking up the monthly fee on the back end of providing this system, and the AI is doing the work, which, again, to you, Bryce, thank you for making that possible. It's so cool, man.
And just to expand on that a little bit, because I was in this scenario where I had 5 virtual assistants running my text message campaign. I had one in particular that I just loved, and they worked so hard, and this replaced them. But it doesn't have to replace them as an employee. It just raises them to a different position that's oftentimes more enjoyable. There's nothing less enjoyable than cold texting hundreds of people every day. But if you're able to get them out of that, expand your bubble, and now you have this management role, because now you have a flood of leads and you need a higher quality person to manage really solid conversations, maybe do the sales calls or long-term follow-up, whatever you want. But you don't have to let it kill off your staff. It's not a replacement. You can elevate them. And that's what's really cool too.
I think you're exactly right. So even internally for us, our sales team now, so we met Lex is our sales extraordinaire, and we were chatting to Lex a month ago, and my conversation with Lex was dude, what do you need? How can we help you? What can I do to make your job easier? And Lex's response to me was, just get me more qualified people in the calendar. Like, cool, this is great. And so Kyle and Johan and I sat together and were like, okay, cool. What are we doing here? Do we get Lex another SDR? Do we go out and get another AE for Lex? Like, what are we doing here to make this happen? And we just went, no. Whoa. Let's AI it. And that's where we dove all in. Let's AI it, because CloseBot can have 100 conversations a minute without blocking up. We can have all of this going on, and Lex just picking up the qualified people and bringing them into the system in a different way. Like, you don't have to fire the staff, but what it allows you to do is scale without limitation, and keep the people more engaged in doing the fun parts of their jobs. So yeah, exactly.
It's a world changer. It's changing the world. I love it. Here we saw, a scenario where things often get sticky with other AI systems. CloseBot handles booking flawlessly, and this is one of the biggest focuses on our AI quality. We are striving for 100% accuracy on our booking. I was purposefully vague here. Did a fantastic job of knowing what I meant, booking the appointment. Something really fun is for people who have clients coming in from all over the world. You can put a time zone objective before the booking objective. It'll conversationally update the person's time zone and then book according to their time zone. So I have customers all over the world. Our homepage bot gets time zone before it does a booking. We never have issues.
So good. And there's none of that kind of where are you located, all of that kind of stuff. It's just part of it, which is amazing.
Let's go into what really makes this different. Objectives. So I talked a little bit about objectives and how you put these objectives out on the flow to tell it what it's supposed to do. This really complicated bot that I just showed you that did all these things and updated all these fields, it has 4 objectives: name, email, reason for joining, and booking. Simple. Here, reason for joining, anything that's like an optional objective that people might not give a response to, like you said, income level. Some people might not want to give income level. I can say, hey, bot, you know what? Try one time to get their income and then move on. Just try one time. Here, I have it set up for 2 so that if someone really doesn't want to give me their reason, it's going to press one more time and then just give up. So you have a ton of control over the flow of how these leads are qualified. Think of it as your script. This is the script that you give your assistant, now your AI, on how you want it to qualify leads. Other cool stuff with this, we have conversational rescheduling that's rolling out by the end of this week. So the ability to conversationally cancel an appointment or reschedule an appointment entirely. If it does that, it'll go to that booking objective, cancel, reschedule, and then move on to whatever objective it was on and continue to answer questions. Another thing you'll notice, we have Anthropic and OpenAI. What we saw here was Anthropic. I prefer Anthropic over OpenAI.
I've got a bit of an echo on the line there, Bryce. Have we got?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Where have I got that?
That's somebody else's AI bot recording the call. I think is what it
Yeah,
is.
you might be right, Pat. Absolutely. Good to see you, man. Okay, seems that we stopped it now. That's okay. That's good.
Try. Okay.
So Anthropic, you were talking Anthropic, and I know so Anthropic is probably the lesser known cousin. I think they just turned down a buyout offer of $3 billion, by the way. But you've gone all in on Anthropic yourself personally over ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Any reason for that on a personal level?
Aside from quality, I just like the responses better. It tends to be better.
No. There is no aside from quality. Quality is everything, bro. Like this is like, it has to be. So quality is the main thing.
Quality is the main thing. Secondary thing, they're focused more on the quality of the AI instead of the bottom line of their profits. They're not going to sell out to big corporations, which would big corporations would be more often more likely to inject a bias into the AI systems. You know, Anthropic's just, it fits what principles I follow, so I want to use it, and it's higher quality. But the cool thing is, if Anthropic goes down, which it does, it goes down more than OpenAI actually, but if it does, it falls back to OpenAI. Which is great. I have both of these here, but if you wanted to use OpenAI and you like OpenAI, you don't like Anthropic, you don't want to fall back in place, that's totally fine. You can just put OpenAI there too. So totally up to you. You can add additional response delay because our response time is like 7 to 10 seconds. If that's too fast for you, maybe you're doing texting or email, you can put in an additional delay here. You can have it stop if it detects that the lead is becoming aggressive. Maybe they're getting upset for some reason. The bot will stop and then add a tag AI aggression detected on the contact. And then you can use that to trigger a notification to the business owner. You can put in prohibited words, like maybe you are in mortgage and you're not allowed to say, I don't know, like mortgage words or pest control, and you're not allowed to say safe. You know, you can put in words that the AI will avoid saying.
Stacey said
says
guarantee. I know
too.
in your training videos there was
yes,
yeah, that's it, like staying compliant. What in your training videos, somebody had a high ticket program and they were like, don't use the word cost. And so it was like putting in, instead of saying cost, you know, find another way of saying investment or, you know, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Like making sure that the word guarantee, Stacey, I love that from a compliance point of view. It's like, make sure you don't say this information. There's actually, again, I'm geeking out, guys, so forgive me. There's also this whole idea around AI about what do I call it? Like where it makes stuff up, like it just comes up with its hallucinating. That's right, it's AI hallucination. What I found with CloseBot is that your instructions and the way that you've built the system, like not 100% eliminate it, but 99.9% eliminate that hallucination fact. And it can be as simple as just a line that says, we provide only factual information. Bing, done. And the whole CloseBot, your coding behind, your prompting engineering system behind CloseBot is brilliant, making that work the way it does.
That's another thing too. We control the prompting.
Yeah.
You control the settings. A lot of people are scared of that. They like to have the total control over the prompting, but we're running millions of messages through here and we're constantly A/B testing and we're optimizing how these prompts get built for you so you don't have to. As models change and they perform differently, we're adjusting the prompting. So you can run your business. You have all of your settings set up in here and we do the hard work.
Beautiful.
Hey, Bryce, I'm getting messages. There's a lot of private messages coming through to me. Robert just sent me a message going, I'm so excited. This tech is so cool, but I'm geeking out on selling it. Can't wait to sell it. So guys, in the chat, give me a 1 if you're a geek who loves building out this stuff, and give me a 2 if you're the one who loves selling it. So
yeah, that's actually that'd
so
be
we
a
can
good
have a
test.
gauge.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be interesting.
So we've got, let's see if we've got
1.5.
Laura's a 2. I like that. Laura's a 2. 2 says Robert. 1.5 says Carl said both. Okay, cool. Jamie says sell 2, 2, 2. Arlock is 1 and 2. 1, 2 equals 3. Nice. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Like, all right, cool. Lots of people who love the geek and love the sale as well. So, Bryce, I think this is such an important point that Johan's actually raised here, probably subconsciously, is that this tech is so freaking cool. And yet, what really makes it exciting is the ability to make the cash register ring. You know what I mean? Like taking this out to, again, in inverted commas, the real world and going, hey, Mr. Gym owner, let me show you how this QR code on this lunchbox flyer can trigger this conversation to make all of this go on and get people coming in and trying out the gym. Like putting this in place of an accountant, putting this in place of a martial arts studio, of a school, of a whatever, creating this functionality and allowing this to happen is incredible. Dude, what I loved as well. So I know you're probably going to get to it, and again, I apologize for breaking your flow, but the objectives.
Hey, Bryce, welcome to my world. Like, I
never let Johan speak. The objectives. When I tell people, like, people ask me all the time, why CloseBot? Why not, this one or that one or whatever? For me, the objectives and the stacking of the objectives, you covered it really quickly, but the give info and gather info setting to me is something I found really impressive as well. I'm like, I'll show you guys what I've got set up if you like, but
yeah, go for it. That would be more applicable to how they're using it as well.
Yeah. So let me just show you guys. So this is, and again, like part of the whole buy it through our affiliate link, and we'll give you our setup. So I've got multiple bots that sell our lead system, but this is bot 1, engage, qualify, and sell. And in the objectives, if I jump in here and have a look, like what I'm talking about, I might just, there we go, a little bit slow on the Zoom update.
Hey, well, while you're doing that, does CloseBot perform database reactivations? I'm getting questions.
Oh yeah, fully. So imagine,
100%.
so if you got people on your database and you can now send them out an email, CloseBot can respond as an email inbox monitor, right? It's not designed specifically for email. It's designed more for live messaging. And somebody asked me before, is this just SMS? No, this is Instagram DMs. This is Facebook DMs. This is a live chat on a website. This is SMS. This is WhatsApp. This is any text-based conversation, and that includes email. So yeah, you've database reactivation, absolutely. 1,000 people in the database, send them out an offer and let the AI do all the work for you. Absolutely insane. So we were talking about objectives. Now, guys, can you see my screen, by the way? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Yep, cool, awesome. So there's purple and there's green, and purple is gathering information from the lead, and green is giving information to the lead. And this, again, I love the way this stacks up. So this is one bot out of a few that run our sales system for our leads tool, okay, which is leads plus GHL, plus CloseBot as a whole system, $1,000 a month, 5,000 setup. This is what we're selling. But it's the gather and give. And isn't that the nature of a conversation, right? So first, gather their name. Hey, nice to meet you. Who am I talking to? All right. Then I've got this one, which is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Then I've got give info, and my give info, be helpful and answer questions for them. Let people know the specific parts of Prospect Falcon that would help with their queries, okay? And give info. So this is now training on our knowledge base, which we'll show you guys in a second. And again, we will give you the entire knowledge base and Q&As and webinar scripts that we've loaded in that make our CloseBot answer so beautifully. But this ability to stack objectives is what separates CloseBot's functionality for me when I've been testing anything else. So I stack the objectives. And if I want to move things around, so as a live example, I was doing a test the other day on, so again, there's 3 bots that run our system for us. And I found one of them was a bit abrupt in asking for the phone number. So it was like, hey, nice to meet you. What's your phone number? And I was like, whoa, CloseBot. Like, you just need to relax a little bit. You need to you need to buy me dinner first. You know what I mean? So I literally, this phone call, and you can see that it's only asking for that phone call one time, right? The phone number, sorry. Remembering I've got a live chat on a website and I want to know the phone number, or somebody's messaged me on Instagram and I want to get that phone number. But first I get their name. I'm super, super helpful. And then I can ask a few things here. But this is how easy it is to completely change the flow of this conversation. It was being too abrupt. So I just picked up the phone call thing and I moved it back in my stack a little bit. All right. So now I'm going to move it back in a sec because this is a live bot. But that's how easy. It's like, no, make this bit a little bit further back in the thing. Make this further up in my flow. And your ability to change the way the bot communicates using these objectives. So what I love is, again, so hang on, let me do this face to face. What I love is this. You've got the ability to update custom fields through interpretation. Now I've got the ability to set up objectives where I can tell it how persistent to be or not. So I can say, ask nicely. And if they don't want to give you their phone number, just move on. So don't be a pain in the butt. Now I've got the ability to both gather information and update those custom fields and give information based on my knowledge base. And I can just upload PDFs and websites and it knows what it's talking about. And now I've got the ability to just drag and drop those objectives in an unlimited scope so that I can really flow the way that my bot communicates. This is why we love CloseBot, you guys. And again, geeking out, but let's get into sale environment. Now you go to your realtor and you say, ask about their income, but don't be too persistent. Find out if they've got their house for sale, what suburbs they're looking at, what price range, what kind of time frame they're looking at to move homes. Do they have a family or not? Move this around. So I'm giving information about my current listings. I'm gathering information about their current circumstance, and I'm booking them in to come and see you on Saturday. When do you want to get started?
Yeah.
Like taking this, guys, I'm hoping again, me being a geek, but I'm hoping that what you're feeling here is that you can use this incredible AI system under your own white label brand, hello, and you can take it out to businesses and you can show them how they can dramatically improve their sales processes by implementing this with you. Wicked, huh? Love it. Anyway, sorry, bro. Just wanted to wax lyrical there for a moment.
Very well put. Something else that makes this different is the ability for the bot to accomplish multiple objectives at the same time and update multiple fields at the same time. So if we had an email objective and a determine their business name objective, and you said your name was John at businessinabox.com, it would likely accomplish both objectives. Oh, I know their name's John, their email is this, and they probably work here, and so it can accomplish a ton as it's churning through these, and then update all those fields at one time.
And guys, the CloseBot GHL custom fields work hand in hand. And this is what I was saying before about the information our lead system is feeding into GHL. Literally just putting that custom field in the conversation, the bot now knows that information about the business, you know, in a second. It's an incredible thing. There we go. So Bryce is just showing like picking up custom fields from GHL. And again, imagine you've got an email inquiry or a Facebook inquiry that comes in. They filled out a Facebook lead form. You know, you can set our system to do the data enrichment. So when the bot actually starts having a conversation, it's like, hey, John, I've got in my system that you work at ABC Accounting. Is that still accurate? You can have that information in the system straight away.
Yes. And then you mentioned you're using the knowledge base. You can definitely upload anything you want into here. That lives in the knowledge storage as kind of a library. And then you can assign those uploads to any of your bots. So if I did this and saved it, this bot would have access to all of these different items. It can be a CSV, Excel, Word doc, website scrape, whatever you want.
And the cool thing is there, you guys. So imagine, again, you're white labeling these. I want you to go out and get 100 clients here, right? So now I've got ABC Accounting's knowledge base, and I've got XYZ Gym's knowledge base, and I've got Martial Arts Studio X and Martial Arts Studio Y's knowledge base. And the cool thing is, again, as you set this up, is that you can set which knowledge is applied to which bot. So I can upload everything to my knowledge storage. Okay, so I can see I've got tons and tons and tons of knowledge stuff that's in this particular storage. Like this is my library. But then when I'm actually looking at this is the specific bot for John's martial arts studio, as an example, then I'm coming into the knowledge base and I'm literally saying only this knowledge applies to that bot, right? So this is how you, and the other great thing about that, and personally, again, from a setup point of view, is I uploaded all of our knowledge base for our lead system. So we did a transcription and all that kind of stuff. It fired, it's beautiful. But then as I created more bots, I don't have to recreate that knowledge base. I literally just come into the knowledge for that particular bot. So create new bot, and which knowledge does this apply to? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, done. So amazing that I can keep all of my knowledge base information in one area, and multiple bots can feed off that one piece of information, okay? And at the same time, multiple bots can have their own separate information so that they can do the job that they need to do. Again, super cool, dude.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, most of you probably don't know, we've spent the last 13 months building our 2.0 update, huge update that's coming to a select few in December, but to the mass majority in March. So not only are we absolutely the leader in conversational AI right now, we've been doing that while building the huge update. So people are still trying to catch the 1.0 desperately while we're working on the next race. You know, people are still trying to run the 5K. We're now halfway through the marathon.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. A couple of questions that are coming through, and that's, guys, again, that's so good. When we talk about our love for GHL, what we say is we're so happy to build our house on rock, not on sand. You know what I mean? Like when we're building all of this on CloseBot, we're absolutely building this on rock, because look at what's coming through and look at what's happening with the organization as well. One of the questions that I got asked, and I answered this a little bit earlier, but somebody said, isn't it better to keep everything in one system? Doesn't GHL have its own API? Yes, its own conversational chat. Yes, it does. But there's a reason when you go to your local doctor that they send you to a specialist, right? There's a reason. Because as good as GHL's conversational AI is, when I show side-by-side examples and I can have one understanding, empathetic, communicative, driving me through multiple stacked objectives, I know that when I go to a client and I can show them how this works for their business in a few seconds, that my decision to choose a specialist in that area is given. Now, GHL as a hub is freaking awesome. And now what we're doing is plugging in a specialist system that just does the job better. And again, Bryce and the team are already ahead of the curve with what's coming next. So Bryce, actually, this was a great question that Johan pasted in there. And this is one that I struggled with at the beginning, but I've kind of cracked it. So the question is, how deep is the integration with a Facebook lead ad, as an example? So somebody's filled in a form, right? And Facebook lead ads are a great example. Somebody fills in a form and I want the bot to then interact. And again, I'll let you cover it. I struggled with it initially because I was trying to get, how do I get it to communicate? But you covered it well in your training. So I'll let you answer that one straight up.
Yeah, of course. A lot of people struggle with that because they're like, okay, bot, do your thing. All you have to do is get the conversation started, just as you normally would. Send them that first message.
So this is the way we cracked it. Exactly that. So from a Facebook,
ask them a question.
Get them
to say something.
That's the 100% right way to do it. So I just did a post yesterday on our Facebook page, hooked up GHL autoresponder recipe on the back end, and sent their conversation to CloseBot from there. I'll show you, like, give me 2 seconds and I'll share your screen. But that's exactly it. Ask them a question. So they fill in a Facebook lead ad, or they comment on a post and you use the GHL recipe to start a conversation, and you just respond with a question, something like, hey, John, is now a good time to chat? Right? If they respond, CloseBot takes over. So how do I get a Facebook lead ad into a conversation? I ask them a question on my initial reply. So they fill in that Facebook lead ad, and my immediate thing is, hey, thanks so much for filling this in. Is now a good time to chat? Or, Walt, is that really you? ? Did you just fill that out, or am I dreaming? Something that creates conversation. As soon as you have engagement, CloseBot filters everything straight through. Dude, I also love, so again, sorry guys, I'm geeking out, but I love it.
I'm messaging Bryce. I'm like, dude, in case you can't tell, Walt really loves CloseBot. like, hey, Bryce, come and tell us stuff. And then Walt's just like, let me tell you more about CloseBot.
Yeah. Like, Bryce, come and tell us. And I'm like, no, Bryce, I love you. And I struggled as well until I watched your training videos. Mind blown. So we've got 3 bots that run our system. One is our sales engagement qualification, take them to a sale. The next one is kind of like a follow-up bot. It's like, hey, haven't heard from you for a while. And our third one in the system is more like a support system. So it's more like an existing customer. And I love the fact that they can all pull from the same knowledge base. They all talk to each other. So one bot knows what the other bots said, and you can just control who sees the conversation based on a tag or based on a field within GHL. And again, it's just setting up the automation in GHL to route that response the right way.
Yeah, it's simple, all by tags. So you're doing it perfectly, having a support bot and a lead qualification bot. That's amazing. Then you can have a first objective where you determine if it's a new or existing customer. If it's a new customer, you stay on the lead qualification bot. And that's done just by looking at a tag and routing accordingly in the workflow. If it's an existing customer, you know what? We don't need to qualify this. They're an existing customer. Let's route to the Q&A bot.
So
we've got no objectives.
Right? Exactly. It's just straight to, how can I help you? This is and this is what we're talking about, is as complex as this is. And again, guys, happy to give you this automation. It's no troubles. But look at the triggers. They replied via Messenger. They replied via live chat. They replied via SMS. They replied via Instagram. They replied via WhatsApp. It's like, if they reply, CloseBot's got them, right? Easy as. And then there's a couple of things in here which I'll talk through really quickly. First thing first, anybody that communicates with us is set to get a 1 hour and 24-hour follow-up. So what we do is we literally start a timer in the background. We say, hey, so it's a separate workflow. And again, I'll give you guys all of this, but Bryce covers it in the training beautifully. As soon as that conversation comes in, it starts a 1 hour timer. And every time they reply, it resets that 1 hour timer. It's like, hey, Johan, nice to meet you. 60, 59, 58, 57. Johan replies and goes, yeah, good, man. Nice to see you too. Back to 60, 59, 58. Like, it just counts down. So every time they respond, it comes in. And then it's like, which bot will reply based on tags? If they're a buyer, do this. If they are in the 24-hour sequence, do that. If they're in a 1 hour follow-up, do this. So everything is set based on tags within the system about which bot will reply to them based on what information we already have. So again, like, this is why this is why we love you.
Good job.
Dude, I followed your instructions. Good job to you.
You did awesome. You're going to be really excited. We have some big features coming just in the next couple of weeks. One of them is smart follow-ups, where the bot will detect if the person says something like, hey, I'm on vacation until next week. It would schedule a follow-up for you for that date.
I love it.
All kinds of cool stuff coming all the time.
So one of the cool stuff that you just did in the last 24 hours, and this is kind of where we started. So guys, who here was on our high-level expert summit? We had 1,100 people, 1,200 people register for high-level expert summit. Who here was part of our high-level expert summit? Give me a 1 if you were on our high-level expert summit. So 1. Cool, you guys were here, right? So we had 3 days, 8 hours a day, back to back, incredible people talking about growing their high-level businesses. One of the things that we wanted to do from our very first, oh my God, CloseBots is amazing, is we wanted to upload the transcripts of all of those speakers and open up an AI coaches portal. And you did this for me yesterday, where you said, instead of engaging via the web chat in the bottom right-hand corner, put it mid-screen, right? So guys, I want you to imagine this. For a coach, or for somebody that provides consulting services, imagine that you can upload, I don't know, 10, 15 of their videos, get a transcript done by ChatGPT, right? So you upload the transcript. Now you've got this person's knowledge in your CloseBot system, and you can direct people to a web page where they can have an AI-based conversation with CloseBot on a knowledge. It doesn't have any objectives other than give info. Give info about this training session to this particular person. And then I can have a coach's web page running 24/7 with unlimited capacity, and Q&A sessions can be covered. Like, I love the fact. So again, what can you do with CloseBot? We wanted to run a coach's interface. The next thing was Q&A, right? So every week we send out a message to our people, our team, saying, hey guys, any questions? We're running Q&A. And we thought that was really great until we looked at the data, Bryce. We're like, we're being proactive. We're asking people, how can we help you? So we'd send out this email and say, what questions do you have? So we can prepare. On any given week, 20 to 30 people would reply. This is a question, this is a question, this is a question, this is a question, this is a question. So, okay, great. We'll cover those for you. See you on Wednesday at 2 p.m. We'd turn up on Wednesday and 4 people would be on the call. We're like, where's everybody else? And the other thing that happened when we looked at the data was everybody asked the same thing. Same question, even though it's in our type training, even though it's in our same question. And we went, this is really expensive. How about if AI can do this for us? So rather than have to wait until Tuesday next week, we set up a Q&A bot using CloseBot, trained on all our knowledge. You can ask a question and get an answer now.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So like, again, guys, I want you to take this into the world, and I want to show you one little extra screen here in CloseBot's own dashboard. And the reason why we're so enthusiastic about working with Bryce and Laura. And that little piece of the dashboard that I want to show you, if I can draw on the screen, that'd be amazing, is right about here where it says white label. All right. So guys, the cool thing is you get to take this and you get to go to market and you get to include this system as a white label program. So you've got GHL, you got your own leads program feeding into the funnel, and you've got your own brand of this conversational system to show your clients that whole flow through, and you get to charge whatever you want to charge for it.
There's Alex asking me questions. Lots of people ask me questions about how do they price it, how do they sell it with packaged up with GHL and white label.
Yeah.
So
Bryce, you want to answer? I'll answer after you, man. You're like, I know.
Yeah, that is the question, and it's a whatever you want to charge thing. People will pay.
People will pay
whatever you want, pretty much, when you prove results. So a lot of people are setting it up. They're proving results first. And then they say, like, what can this do for you? What is this replacing? You know, what is that worth to you? Is it worth 50% of that, what we're saving you? And it works better? And a lot of times the answer is yes, absolutely. I'll pay 100%.
Never takes days off, never calls in sick, doesn't ask for holiday pay, doesn't need medical. Unbelievable. So one of the ways we're selling it, guys, and this is not done yet, but it's what I said to Johan yesterday, and he went, yes, please build this for me, is we're building a page with multiple examples of a system so that we can sell it to people, right? So a realtor, come on and engage with the realtor listing bot. Come on and engage with the realtor sales bot. Come on and engage with the realtor's receptionist. Next, come on and engage with the gym enrollment bot, the personal trainer, and the question and answer bot. Come on and engage with the business coaches, AI coaches response, and the sales call and the qualifier. So what we're doing is we want to be able to bring people to the page and say, okay, let me show you all of the different ways that this system can work. Which one do you want to test?
Build your own adventure.
Build your own adventure and just test it out. See what's going on. It's so our pricing, guys, like just you guys have white label license, so you do what you want. But our pricing, we are literally selling our lead system now as a lead magnet. Like we want people in the program. So we're selling leads, 500 credits lead system for $97 a month. We're selling leads plus GHL for $297 a month. Leads plus GHL plus conversational AI and all of this setup, we're going $797. And if you want to throw in an AI voice component as well, we're going $997. So it's like you can get started on a leads program, do it yourself, flat pack IKEA furniture, or we do the whole setup, start to finish, qualification, calendar, blah, 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 $1,000 a month. And that's like a no-brainer for business.
Don't forget the setup fee.
And $5,000 setup fee. $5,000 setup fee, straight up. Like, and again, it's a no-brainer. It's like, how much do you pay your receptionist right now? And I don't know, I don't mind where in the world you have your receptionist from. It's a no-brainer to have a multilingual, no days off, never calls in sick, can answer a phone call at 2 a.m. receptionist. It's just
once you get it set up, it's so sticky too.
Yeah, right. Nobody's turning that off.
This is set up. This is my front desk person. I can't cancel this.
Right.
Exactly.
Because my phone
I had a guy yesterday, Bryce, and I showed him the system, the full bot system, and he goes, dude, is it okay if I sell this for 50 grand? Because my clients are corporates and high end. He goes, they're going to laugh at me if I charge 1,000 or even 2,000 a month. He goes, can I sell it for 50 grand setup? I'm like, dude, go for it. And he's like, done. Sure. And now he's messaging me going, they're in, let's go. So guys, you can sell it for whatever you want. It depends on your mindset, because a lot of people have issues with money mindset as to what they can sell it for. And then it depends on the network that you have. So your network is your net worth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, again, as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of CloseBot and the work that you've done, Bryce. Do you know what? I'm so glad that you told us your history, like that whole AI experience from back working with Boeing. Like I can see now why CloseBot's so freaking good. Guys, we've got Bryce from CloseBot. We're talking about creating a multi six-figure sales ability with the tools that you already have in your hands. What questions would you like to ask this man? And Bryce, what else would you like to
please,
cover?
anything.
Yeah. What else would you like to know?
Just questions. Questions would be great.
Tell us your thoughts and like what you're thinking. So Tyler's got
what is a credit? What is a credit worth? I've got that about 4 times now.
Good question.
It's a 1-for-1. It's in dollars. So if you have one of our higher plans, the standard or super, you can put in your own OpenAI or Anthropic keys, and then you're not charged from CloseBot at all. But it does fall back to CloseBot credits, which is a 1-for-1 dollar. If your key fails, like if you hit rate limits with your OpenAI or Anthropic account, and then it's 3 cents per message if that happens.
Fantastic. Another one I've got here is, Tyler, I'll get to you next, is can CloseBot interact with LinkedIn similar to how it does with Facebook?
It can handle all conversations that go through high level. So to my knowledge, LinkedIn messages can't go through high level. So the answer would be no. Unless you find a way, then yes, it would work.
Awesome. All right. Tyler, over to you.
Yeah, just for a little clarification, I know this is a basic question, but as far as like the white labeling aspect of it, do you guys typically add like a custom link in the GHL dashboard that just kind of has the iframe for your tool, like so they just see the dashboard within Go High Level, or do you just have them log into a separate domain?
You can do that. What most people do, because iframes can be buggy, is you just have you change the domain. It no longer says closebot.ai. It would say tyler.ai, whatever your system is. When they go there, they see your logo, they log in with their credentials, and they see your branding throughout, not high level, not CloseBot, not lead connector. They see your logo and your name.
Cool. All right.
We actually, we internally, and Kyle will probably hate me for saying this, but internally, Bryce, we don't give anybody access, like our own model. And that's, again, it's a personal choice, you guys. Like the whole beauty about white label GHL is they log in, they've got your brand, they've got their whole thing, they're doing it, you're not holding their hand. Beautiful. White label suite, the same. It's like you give them the tool, they log in, they get it done. And exactly that. So you can get them to log into your own domain .aichat.com or whatever. So you can brand it your own and get them to do it yourself. Our own personal model, because we're charging $1,000 a month, is you don't unlock the secret chest. We have the secret chest, and if you want to change it, you tell us and we'll change it for you. Don't mess up the flow. Like that's
what a lot of people have found. A lot of people have found that they have better success when they build the bots for people. Don't necessarily give them a login.
I think GHL,
because they'll go screw it up.
Yeah, right. Exactly. When GHL started locking access to automations, like everybody went, yay, because everybody goes, ooh, what does that button do? Oh, So again, like it's taken, I'm a geek. I love the tech, and it's taken me 2-3 weeks of hardcore in it to really get it to sing for me. And the last thing you want is a chiropractor pushing buttons. But again, like guys, you have your own business model. That's our own setup. That's our system. Whatever you feel is a great way. The CloseBot knowledge base is amazing. You can set up a CloseBot trained on your AI and your own, and CloseBot's own knowledge base. Just change out the word CloseBot to your brand, and it can answer questions for you on support. So you can give it to people and they can access to themselves and they can have all the answers using the system for themselves. So yeah, interesting. People asking about snapshots. Are there any pre-built snapshots that comes with the system?
Super easy setup. First of all, to set this up, you need one action, one trigger. Other than that, it's really a choose your own adventure thing. I have done a ton of live builds where I go on YouTube. You can follow our YouTube channel. We have live builds there where I do a build. I talk about everything I'm doing, and the snapshot is available. I would really just learn from those though, and don't necessarily just copy a snapshot. You guys know how it is with snapshots. You don't really know what's in there, what it does. So it's really helpful when you just watch it being built and then you go build it yourself.
So Bryce, there's something that you said there that again, I just want to show this to people because this is super important. So this is the white label section. Let me show you what Bryce is talking about there with one trigger, one action, so that nobody gets blown away. I'm just going to go over to demo company just so that I don't break my own stuff. So one trigger, one action, you guys, makes CloseBot works. All right. So literally it goes like this. I go, wait for GHL to wake up, and we go, the trigger is a reply. So the customer replied, all right, via any channel is the trigger. So the customer says, hey, and then the action is as simple as webhook. You don't need to use the premium one. You just literally use the inbuilt one, webhook to one specific AI message, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. Now, there's a few other bits and pieces, like don't get too blown away by the system. Like when I've got multiple bots, every single bot has its own unique identifier. So let me grab, this bot is bot number 16483. So I've got lots of bots. How do I know who talks to what? First of all, you install CloseBot's marketplace app inside of GHL. So when you're integrating, you've got CloseBot's own app, but you're integrating to a specific GHL sub account. All right. And then this sub account has a customer reply and a webhook to CloseBot. That is as simple as the setup is. Like everything else that I showed you on the timers and all that kind of stuff, that just depends on your own workflows and your customers' workflows. But the simplicity is customer replied, send it to CloseBot. Done.
Exactly.
Hey, Tobias is asking, what's the base price of CloseBot?
Yeah, let's get into that. Let me share.
Go for it.
Okay, here we go. So on our annual plans, it's either free. I mean, you can get started for free. That gives you 500 messages every 30 days, would be your cap. You're paying 4 cents per message. You don't have the ability to use your own API key when you do that. Basic is $39 a month, paid annually. This is the annually paid option, or $99 a month paid annually, or $199 a month paid annually. Monthly, a little bit higher. We do drastically reward people who are committed to us. This basic one gives you one bot. You're paying 3 cents per message. Those are CloseBot credits. You can't put in your own API key. This is where you start being able to put in your own API key. You have 3 bots, unlimited messages with no caps. And then this one gives you unlimited bots, white label, 3 gigs of upload, all the good stuff.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So guys, like we jumped in on the free plan and just started having a conversation and went, holy moly, this is incredible. And then we went, our leads customers, like our own leads buyers, are going to be not so crazy if we can show them how they can answer their lead inquiries using AI and using the system. So we went straight from the free plan. Actually, we did go one plan up, well, like, because I was just freaked out and sharing it with everybody, and we were chewing up our minutes and messages. So it was just like show. But then we went straight up to the white label plan because we were like, we're going to literally sell this for $1,000 a month to as many clients as we can. But yeah, we started for free. We did go up to this next plan just to get some more minutes, put in our own API keys. So it worked out to be a little bit cheaper, and then went straight up to the white label piece.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to do that. Start out for free.
Yeah, that was the question I just got. What's the benefits of adding your own API key?
It's just cheaper. It'll cost about 1.5 cents per message if you use your own API key, and that's built through either OpenAI or Anthropic. We're doing a little bit of a cost analysis. It looks like Anthropic is almost half the price of OpenAI, and that's built through them. So you won't see any usage costs incurred in your CloseBot account if you do that.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. And then Jamrock says, do we get grandfathered in price in case the price increases down the line?
Oh, absolutely. I will always reward people who commit to us.
Fantastic, man.
I love it.
Dude,
I love it.
We've got 70 people on the call here, and it's been epic. Guys, if you got any questions, we're going to close it out. We want to respect your time. Any questions at all for Bryce and about CloseBot? Let us know here that we haven't covered. Anything that you're thinking about. and he'll answer it. You've got the man himself.
Mm-hmm. Love your work, man. I love your work. It's so, so cool.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Every day's a sprint. We love what we do for our users.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Amazing. So do
Hey,
we. And like, we have the same ethos. Go, Johan.
I was going to say, so Eric said he jumped in late. Sorry, he got in late. What's the benefit of integrating white label leads in a nutshell with CloseBot?
Easy. So we go, when you talk to a client, the number one thing that they want is more customers. Easy as. And forever, White Label Suite has been talking about the fact that you can use White Label Suite to generate those leads and targeted people for any business to speak to. The benefit of integrating with CloseBot through GHL is now I can give a client not only leads, but I can contact those leads using GHL, my own outreach, automations, all of that kind of stuff. And when they reply, CloseBot can qualify them, can load up your data, can find out more about them, can have real conversations in real time on multiple platforms, qualify, book them into your calendar, and make sales. So instead of going to a business going, here's some leads, do your thing. Now what you're able to do is go, here's some leads, let AI do your thing for you while you just concentrate on being a chiropractor, dentist, school, martial arts studio, whatever it is that you do. So the benefit is we're giving leads plus an AI system for communicating with those leads equals more business for you, Mr. Customer. And that's why it's that 1-2 punch that we absolutely love.
Fantastic. And Jeff says, are there any pre-built solutions for the niches?
That's a lot of your watch me build it stuff on YouTube is right there, Bryce. And as you said, you give those snapshots away, but I should let you talk, man. The knowledge base is everything. The knowledge base is everything.
You've got 1 minute left. Let Bryce talk.
Yeah. The knowledge base is everything. Even if you've got 2 gyms, you could have the same setup, but the gym's got different opening hours. They've got different prices. They've got different fitness instructors. They've got different programs that they run. The knowledge base is everything. You can set up the template easily and then just clone the bot, but then you just connect the different knowledge bases.
Well, here's the thing too. One bot can handle unlimited accounts. So if it's doing the same objectives, you just reference the go high level variables to point to the different address, the different opening hours, custom values. It's the same bot having the same conversations.
Awesome. Amazing.
Can I ask Walt a quick question?
Go for it.
Hey, Walt, so on the plan that you just described a moment ago, where people are we're selling leads to the client, can CloseBot and the other part of the system respond if that lead also comes in from another source? Say, we sell leads from White Label Suite, but at the same time they're running ads. Will the system pick up at the exact same time? Like, let's say they respond from a white label lead, but then somebody hops in from a Facebook ad. Will the system that we're selling right now also pick up on all of that, or do we need a separate bot for that?
So separate bot? No, not at all. It's pulling from the same knowledge base. So one bot sitting in the middle can handle an email coming in, can handle a Instagram DM coming in, can handle a text message coming in. So they'll handle all incoming sources of communication easily with one bot.
Yeah. And it can even switch. So say I'm conversationally getting someone's phone number, and then you shoot them a text. If they respond to the text, the bot's going to switch over and respond to text.
Man, that's powerful. Holy cow, guys.
That's crazy. All right. So, Walt, are you going to give the workflow tree you showed with anyone who purchases?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. And again, we'll do it as a separate step-by-step over-the-shoulder training module, so you can see exactly how that plays out. Yes, 100% yes.
Awesome. Then Jonas, I guess it's best to start using myself and then demo it for new customers. Or what's the most common evolution to sell leads and AI follow-up?
There's a guy in our GHL experts community, and his name's escaping me, but he's a White Label Suite client, and he posted a $16,500 sale a couple of weeks ago, and he I loved his comment because he said, at this stage, all I do is get the customer to engage with the AI while I get the contract out of my case for them to sign. It's like, what's the easiest way to sell the system is, so Johan and I have been experimenting with this, but our pitch at the moment is 4 bots walk into a bar and a $10 million business walks out. And our 4 bots are very simply, bot 1 is leads, bot 2 is CloseBot and conversational AI. Bot 3 is CloseBot and conversational AI because it's lead qualification, lead nurturing, and follow-up. And then bot 4 is a support bot as well. So Calvin Harvey, yeah, that's right, exactly. So what's the evolution? We still feel that opening the door by showing customers how to generate leads is key, but then upselling them to, now, Mr. Client, when that lead responds, let me show you the system, and literally just get them to engage with your bot. You guys have seen us do it over the last couple of weeks. The answers, the ability for the bot to impress is instant. So show them how to get a lead and then say, so while I've got you, just type in your name over here or just say hello and let it go. And again, I think what we're going to build out, Johan, with the choose your own adventure bot reply page, depending on, oh, hey, I'm talking to a gym. Come with me, speak to the booking bot, see how you feel at the end.
My sales calls are literally, hey, come over to prospectfalcon.com, click on the little button and mess with it. Try and mess with it. And
see if you can break it.
And so then I just have people there just chatting away, trying to get it away, but they try to deviate it away, but it brings them back to, hey, are you ready for the $97 plan? I'll hook you up with 500 credits. Let's go. Do you want to talk to Falco? And then Falco calls them up. So it's absolutely incredible. I've got, that is exactly what I'm wanting. Awesome. Cool. Does it automatically book the appointment into GHL or does it send a link to the user?
Yeah, conversational for sure.
I love the fact that you put a screenshot in there as the reply. Yep, it just books them straight in.
Yeah, and just in case people missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic, man. All right, and then what is this?
So guys,
okay, cool.
for those who who came in late, again, what we're trying to achieve with you guys is for you to sell more systems for higher prices in the marketplace. We're just making it easier and easier. So the big picture is this. Businesses want more business. They need to expand, they need to reduce their expenses, and they want more customers. What you're able to take out to the market with this whole white label suite is, I can generate leads for you, Mr. Customer, and I can manage those leads for you, Mr. Customer, and conversationally, I can communicate with them, qualify them, get all of the information you need to see if they're a hot lead or not, either sign them up to your system or book them into your calendar with all of that data and follow them up 24 hours later, all for a one package deal price. What this allows you to do is go to market with a solution and show businesses how they can use your services to run more efficiently, get more leads, build bigger businesses, and you get to be the supplier through GHL, White Label Suite, and CloseBot together. You've got the backing of those multi-million-dollar software companies that you can just sell the result. You don't have to worry about the tools. You just get to put it in front of a customer and say, play with it, see what you think. Let it talk. Yeah. Systems at a higher price. You got it, Lisa. Exactly.
Mr. Bryce, any closing remarks before we finish up?
No, you guys have been fantastic and such good questions.
We love you, man. It's so awesome to see what you're doing. And there's some really exciting things coming through, guys. So we are 100% CloseBot super fans. Again, we are prepared and here and helpful for anything that you want to be able to do. So we want to make sure you guys can go ABC, A, leads, B, CloseBot, C, GHL, show customers, get that whole flow. Don't go down the $97 path. You'll drown. You can sell a system for $1,000 a month, 5,000 set up easily. And businesses are just like biting your hand off to get the sales, receptionist, qualification, systems all built out. And it's easy to do with this program. So guys, thank you for joining us. Next week, we are going to CloseBot fan calls. Yeah, absolutely. Next week, we're going to be just kind of wrapping up this month of high level sales, high ticket sales using ABC systems. So come along and just kind of let us put it together with you. Again, Bryce, you're amazing. Thank you, Laura,
Likewise.
as well for being so incredible. And we look forward to hanging out with you in Dallas.
Yeah, I look
It's gonna be
forward to
great.
it. Awesome.
It's going to be so good. So good. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. As Johan just said in the chat, if you want to see CloseBot in action on a lead system, go to prospectfalcon.com, but be prepared to buy it because she's going to want to talk to you into getting this out. But you guys can see what we've set up there. And of course, we're going to be giving you all of our knowledge base and all of our training and systems on the setup of this so that you can sell your own leads program. And guys, thanks as always. You're amazing. Appreciate you. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next call.
Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you, Bryce.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.